Hey, this is an experiment. I'd like to create end-to-end tests for an application and an API. I'll use Qodo, specifically Qodo Gen agentic mode, and we'll see if it's successful or not. This will be the workflow. We're going to ask the agent to explore the web page or the web application in this case. And we're going to ask it to also review the Open API, RESTful API documentation. And then the prompt is going to contain two steps. First, we're going to ask it to generate the page object model. And then based on that, we're going to ask it to generate some tests. Worth noting is it going to use the data test IDs, or is it going to use, let's say, more flaky selectors? And finally, we want to see how far we can get with this agentic end-to-end test generation. So here is my final prompt. I explain the two modules I have, which is the API and the React application. Then I ask it to explore the API docs at a certain URL. Then I ask it to explore the end application at a certain URL. Then I instruct it to use Playwright. I ask it to list out scenarios and behaviors we need to test. Then I ask it finally to generate Playwright end-to-end tests. I prefer using TypeScript, and of course the instructions to create the page object models whenever necessary. All right, so as you can see, my final prompt lives as a GitHub issue. So I copy the URL. I head over to my VS Code. I launch Qodo Gen in agentic mode, and just full disclosure, I've got MCP tools for Playwright enabled, and of course the official GitHub MCP enabled as well. With that, I get in there, I say, please implement, and I paste the issue. What I would like Qodo to do is read the contents of the issue, read the requirements fully, and execute them. Okay, it seems to be doing something. It seems to be generating the page object model first, which was in line with my prompt exactly as it is. As in the UI, it's added a new task for buy groceries. Then it toggles the completion status for one of them. That's the second test. And the third one is that it deletes an item. So it's created an item and then deletes it. Let me run the advanced test suite, where it handles a bunch of edge cases. In this case, handles multiple items, handles empty inputs, handles very long text, and handles special characters. So that's a quick demo of the tests Qodo was able to create for us. Just to summarize at the end, Qodo created end-to-end tests with Playwright based on the prompt we gave it. We used the agentic mode. And I must say a few things. So it did not create 100% perfect tests. It takes you 90% there. I still had to tweak some of the selectors, for example, in the page object model, or I still had to make a couple of deletions from test cases or scenarios that didn't make sense. But on the whole, it takes you very far along. Just to summarize at the end, it's still important to make sure that the prompt is created in a way that it knows the separation between the page object model and the test scenarios. This is important. You can do this with Selenium or Cypress as well. I prefer Playwright. That's just my personal experience. And of course, really the value with end-to-end tests is to make it part of the development pipeline, without which there is no point to the whole exercise.